Welcome back, guys. Before we proceed, what is the concept of AI? Yes, the concept of AI is very simple. So what's the concept of AI, if you may ask me? So the concept of AI is basic. Not just AI, we have generative AI. So there are different AIs, but right now we want to talk about generative AI. So one example of generative AI is ChatGPT itself. So generative AI is as basic as a type of artificial intelligence that uses machine learning models to create new content. So when you see an AI that creates text, creates images, creates audio, and creates video out of nothing just by prompting a text, that is your generative AI. So we have different generative AI tools. We have a whole lot of them. ChatGPT is just one of the most popular ones. So what you have to know about generative AI is that they are data driven. So they rely on data to train its models. So the more data you feed a generative AI to, the better the result. Yes, it's as easy as that. So generative AI tools are tools that generate new stuff, new content, new text, new videos, new audio, new images. Is as basic as that. Then another characteristic of generative AI is the pattern recognition. So they identify patterns and structures within the data. It's as basic as that, pattern recognition. So the more you use your generative AI tool like ChatGPT, the more it gets familiar to you. That's one thing you need to know. And another thing about it is novel content generation. So what this literally does is that it generates new content that is similar to but not identical to the training data. Yes, it's as basic as that. So it creates new content. That's just what it is. And depending on the way you prompt, you can always get a different result. That's why prompting is necessary. That's why you need to understand the concept of prompting. You need to understand how to prompt. So it's the first thing you need to know before you start using ChatGPT. Prompting. So we have different examples of generative AI tools, like I've said. So it includes chatbots that can respond to user queries, image generation tools that create realistic or artistic images, and music composition programs that can generate new melodies. So we have foundation models. Many generative AI models are built on large pre-trained models called foundation models. So we have the use cases of generative AI. Like I said, it's used to create something new. Content generation, content creation. Generative AI can be used to create various forms of content, including text, images, audio, and video. Product development and design. Yes, you can use generative AI to create designs for new products, to prototype, and even create unique art pieces. So we have scientific research. Yes, you can use generative AI to create new hypotheses and test their models. So we can use it in healthcare. We can use it for education. It can be used to create personalized learning materials and interactive educational tools. So we have all these generative AI tools, and a lot of big companies are investing into generative AI these days. So ChatGPT is from OpenAI, but not just OpenAI. OpenAI is a new company, of course, though they started the evolution of generative AI, but we have big companies before OpenAI. We have Google. Google has its own generative AI in Gemini and other tools like Vio. So in the next lesson, we are going to talk more about this generative AI and what we can do with it. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.